Coach Greg here, and today we're talking about having a small...
I identify as a lesbian.
That's awesome, man. Still, yeah, fuck.
Do people actually still do this? I can buy 10 of those tonight. If you're dating me to open the door, you're not with me. They smashed my car in. It was why?
Are you scared of being alone? What is up, beautiful, sexy people, and welcome back to the Dad to Chad, but collabs. Why the fuck is this garage door taking so long? He's not in that pose, bro.
This is what I do, doofy poses.
I know. And welcome, Greg. How's it going?
Awesome.
Oh, Greg, can you introduce yourself?
Coach Greg. Coach Greg. Coach Greg. Not natural.
Exactly what I said in the video. They're all gonna give me chicken broccoli rice. Chicken broccoli rice. Oh, the man with 100. What? We're counting an hour. I tell you what. Buy my freaking cookbook.
I'm a fitness influencer.
That's so lame.
That's what I do.
I'm sorry. So you guys have all seen Greg on all these videos on the internet, but my goal in these videos is to bring out the most like real, authentic version of each guest. At the end of each one of these videos, my goal is to answer one question, and that is, what is the one best thing I've learned today from you to take on me with my Gigachad journey? To accomplish this, today we are going to do a workout, a little bit of mine, a little bit of yours, and then we're gonna finish off with a death set, and then we're gonna go to your favorite activity, and then we're gonna conquer your biggest fear.
Are you sure you want to go into my bedroom?
Dude, I'm done with this video, this bullshit. I only made the cookbook because I was like, Greg has one.
It's a good idea, right?
He makes money.
3 years ago, when it was like trending at its highest point, it was ridiculous.
Hey, you know what's even more sad? I basically did come out 3 years ago. Just
oh, really?
Nobody followed me.
You weren't famous enough at the time to sell it.
Nobody knows I exist, Greg. Still, yeah, fuck you.
You don't know my real me.
This is what the internet's always wanted. By internet, I mean like the two people who follow me. Coach Greg here, and today we're talking about having a
small salary.
A small salary.
Yeah, how discouraging it is.
I'm just here to take some from my physical cookbook that I'm making. I'm just here to steal some recipes.
You realize you can get it on the website.
Everyone says Greg's just money hungry. He just wants cash.
Well, how do you measure success when life or people dictate success by what is your income, what is your salary, what is your this, is that? The money represents the work. Money doesn't drive me. Money is just a measure that people like to use for whether you're successful or not.
I was terrified to push any product. I didn't make more than $1,000 in my cookbook for 12 months. Like that's
because you weren't brave enough to just say this cookbook's the shit. It's awesome. Go and buy it.
No, I was genuine. I would say to my friends,
I'm a sellout if I try to promote it. No matter how much shit I've been through, I know that I'll overcome everything because I've been through some hard times. I was arrested. I had all kinds of shit in my back life, and I was hated.
You're very secure in yourself. I want to gain that. I think
but it's not in everything. Like it just. And sometimes you fake it till you make it. Sometimes you're not really confident, but you just put yourself out there and you just go for it. Almost all your favorite YouTubers are going to downplay how rich they are. Until I bought the McLaren, I think people thought I was making doing well, like $500,000 a year or something. Yeah. Oh my God, he has to afford those payments on the year. I'm like, the payments, I could buy 10 of those tonight without ease. And so as I'm saying this, I see he's bragging. It's like, I'm just being honest. A little acceleration.
More acceleration than the last time, actually.
Exactly.
We're both the back in my day guy. You used to bench
405
back in your day, right?
I used to get 405 for 15, and now I can't even do it for half a rep.
So now we're gonna see what we can still do. Thickness or girth is not that important, to be honest. Neither is length.
You're absolutely wrong. Whatever girl told you that lied to you. Sorry.
Please don't die.
Back in my day, I didn't have a screwed up shoulder. That's bad. This shoulder feels great, but this tricep sucks. Like I'm warming up and I have a shoulder pain. This shoulder's bad, the tricep's great. It's like, does it make sense for me to be like, oh, I'll put that aside and just for show off?
It smells like pussy in my gym.
I love it. I identify as a lesbian.
That's awesome, man.
There you go. everything, but now I train the whole body every time I go to the gym. I only have to go to the gym literally every 3 days.
We're gonna do every single body part, 1 set of each. That's like almost exactly how I train, except I skip calves, hamstrings, and glutes, and quads, and cardio.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. Is when I think of you sometime. I wanna spend some time with you, just the two of us. We can make it.
That's 1 set. We only do 1 set of everything, baby.
I think in my younger days, I made the mistake of like maxing out on the bench press all the time, but I think it's more important. How hard is it to push hard for 1 rep? You get amped up and you push, it's over
Pretty
in
hard.
5 seconds.
Pretty hard. From a logistical perspective, 5 seconds is a pretty long time. How many reps have you done?
This is how it feels to sprint on a bike race, except it's localized here. When it's a bike, it's your whole body.
I don't want to do this, guys. I want to go home. This actually scares me. I fucking hate that.
Oh, and I'm sure it could have been another minute more. So I've never seen anyone pull their pants down to do a set of calves before.
Fuck, man. This is where my brain goes like, oh, just like fake how tough it is. Like, just chill out. And the worst part is like working out with you, like you know it. You've been in this game for what, like 10, 200 years?
38 years.
Death sets. The only one rule for the death set is that there is no rule, it's just about pushing yourself. Like, it doesn't matter what the rep scheme or the weight or the exercise is, you just push yourself harder than you think you could have pushed today. And I know you push really damn hard.
This is awesome, and I'm really happy that you found ways to be able to do that. I had it my whole life, and so I feel like what you just described is what I want everyone to have.
I can do this every single day and just prove to myself a little bit more every day that I can work harder than I think. I noticed after 10, 20, 100 workout sessions of doing these death sets, I just became so much more proud of myself as a person. Like, I loved myself so much more. You have to be proud of yourself when you finish.
know on the inside if you push or not. You can do anything you want, but you know.
Oh, easy. Ooh. Yeah. I'm not strong enough to do that.
Don't matter though, you make up your own rules.
You don't notice that your head just like cocks back. Why don't you just make it harder on yourself, not cock your head back?
Whatever makes it hard.
Don't give up, don't give up. Let's go, let's go. Do it for yourself, let's go. If you can get it a quarter, keep going. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, good work. Come on, good.
Nice. One more set. Why are you resting? Get it done.
You're right. I hate the lightweight.
I love it.
Fucking hate it. So this is good, you're working hard. Don't cock that up. I've never seen him push like this. I've never seen Greg push like this. This is beautiful. Let's go, come on. Can I do 3 more? Yep. You've done so many tougher things in your life. You've done so much. You said you can't push yourself harder than this. I believe you can. Let's go. This is the hardest I've seen you work, and you work damn hard, so let's go. Come on. Just prove it to yourself. Let's go. Good.
Mike, this is how you...
I've never seen a death set like this. Breathe through your nose. Come on. Prove it, prove it, prove it. All the way up. Just one, just one, just one. Just as high as you can get it. This is it. This is it. Oh, that was... nervous for this date. He's right there. He's right there. It's not like I just saw him 5 fucking minutes ago. I told you to dress up into a date outfit.
Okay, and so this is specifically what I would wear on a date.
I'm gonna ask you questions like your date.
Awesome.
I'm trying to make you feel like it's a date for you.
I'm gonna be exceptionally myself. I'm gonna act the way I would 6 months from now.
I want you to act exactly how you would act Maybe not exactly. Almost exactly how you would act on a first date right now. But we have 5 questions ready. Some of the deepest dating questions to ask.
I love deep questions.
Greg, come on. First date. You're not even gonna open the door?
Wow!
You're not even gonna open the door, man?
Oh my God.
There's no way that I'm going to open your door to the car. We're not in the 1840s on a date. 2023. Do people actually still do this?
I do this!
If you're dating me to open the door, you're not with me.
Okay, Greg Tate. Jeez.
You're poor. Interesting.
Women are born kind of like being highly desirable. They automatically have it.
Women are born with their values, men have to build them.
Yes. I want to date younger girls typically because I'm going to be more impressive and they're going to want that. But I have dated girls who were older. When I was 22, I had a 27-year-old girlfriend.
And how did that turn out?
Didn't work out. Embarrassed by my age. Embarrassed by the fact I wasn't even a school teacher yet. I was in school studying to be a school teacher. She would tell people I'm a school teacher.
Do you think it's okay to not like other people based off their looks and their height and their age and their race or whatever it is?
I think there's no problem with liking a certain race or not being attracted to a certain look. Or like, I think everyone is born a certain way or they want a certain thing and there's nothing wrong with that.
What makes dating a favorite activity?
I think it's only a favorite because I'm so new to it. But I always like companionship. I like being in the company of other people. I don't like to sit at home alone. I always like to talk. I'm not a quiet person. I don't like to sit in my thoughts. I don't like that. So I would drive up to Halifax because I was from a small town and there was no girls to date. And so I'd come up and date, you know, like 5 girls. And
Wait, how old were you?
Like 20s. So I would drive to Halifax almost every weekend and go on dates. And then eventually fall for people, stay for a year or whatever, and then it wouldn't work out. Eventually bought a house with a girl that went horribly. She pretended she was pregnant, blamed it on me, got arrested. They smashed my car in. It was a big shit show. So I've had excessively horrible, toxic relationships with women. Don't worry about being yourself. Don't worry about getting ditched, dropped, dumped, being made fun of, because there's gonna be another girl in a month or a year, whatever later, and you're gonna be just as good, if not better off.
Where would you want the girl to sit?
Oh, absolutely in front.
Okay.
I usually would want to sit on this side so I can see more. Hey!
Hey!
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Fantastic. I want Diet Coke, absolutely. What about you?
Water's great. I like the water. I'm not gonna kill my body with Diet Coke like Greg.
So we're on our first date.
Oh, cute.
I'm not sure if she believes us.
I actually don't think she
The
does.
same one that he.
What I would usually do is date a few different people, and then over time you get to know them, and then you kind of dwindle out and you really like one, they stand out the most. Wait a minute, I don't want to date anyone else because this girl's so great, and then you end up being really committed.
As long as you don't lie to them if they ask you, right?
Exactly. Lying, not good. Not smart. You're gonna get caught eventually. You're gonna find out. So may as well. And I was dating a married woman. I didn't know she was married.
Awesome.
It was not awesome.
My first interview question on this relationship, describe your ideal relationship.
Extremely passionate about something, a true desire to be happy every single day. I want them to be so excited about their life that I can't help but want to be with them. It would draw me to that. Physique-wise, I just want someone that's fit. I want her to be like nice to me. They're kind, they listen to you, they make you feel good about yourself. They're appreciative of things.
You want the deep love. That's what you're looking for.
I want what everyone wants, the unicorn. Like
How often do you want to see them?
I don't like being alone, so I would say the more minutes I can spend with them, the better. Like I want to travel with them all the time. I'm not a guy that's like, I need the boys trip, I need the boys night out. I'm like, the boys night out would be way more fun if my girlfriend came with us.
What do you want to do for her?
Whatever she wants, I want to offer her. I can travel anywhere at any time and I can afford to do anything I've ever dreamed of in my life at any drop of a hat. And so I feel like I can offer everything.
Dude, you're so secure with yourself, like you could just say that. That brings me to question 2. What are your top 3 biggest red flags you see in some other women?
The biggest red flag is that they have an avoidance attachment. It's basically like what guys would be like, he's just meant to be single. I'm gonna do it on my own. I'm a self-independent woman. I'm strong. I don't need a man.
Cool.
I don't want that. I want a woman that needs a man because I need a woman. Another red flag would be if she's into money too soon. If you just want me for my money, that's a girl I would date.
Is it worth it?
I'm bored. Let's go to a restaurant. It's gonna cost $800 for the meal and wine.
Is that time worth it for you?
Oh, versus I'm gonna sit at home alone in the hot tub and watch a movie. Of course it's worth it. I actually like the question.
Maybe we should date.
The problem is you're not a woman.
I know.
That's the biggest thing holding back, and your age.
I truly, really admire how authentic you are. It is so admirable to me. When I posted the 405 thing, that was probably the most authentic video I've ever posted. It's the first time I ever felt like validated for being
completely myself.
I started YouTube in 2006. Most of these guys is 2016 at the earliest. 99 out of 100 people could work as hard as I did and they wouldn't have the success I had because I have luck as well. But I don't think people want to admit that.
That's a perspective I wish I heard earlier. I feel like I'm working, like me and these guys, we work so much harder than some of these other YouTubers. I'm like, why don't we get this? Why don't we get that?
As soon as you compare yourself to others, you're failing because there's always gonna be somebody better.
What is something that you wish that everybody watching knew about you that they don't get to hear?
I don't think that there's anything I wish, because if I wanted it that bad, I would make it happen. I don't need them to like think I'm awesome or to think I'm cool or to like me as a person. I already know I'm this person. My friends know I'm this person. I don't need stranger in bizarro world land that I'm never gonna meet to think Greg is so nice. Making videos for me is like an outlet. Like if I'm angry, like in my own personal life, and I have a video, I can let it out and I feel released. It's kind of like when people write in a diary, or they'll say, record something in a recorder, you're pissed off, yell in the recorder, record it, and then just throw the tape away. There's a release about doing it. So when I like scream and shout and do all this stuff, it might be a natty or not, but I might be thinking about some shitty thing that's going on in my life. And you just, it's out and you feel better.
What is like one of the best and worst things, one lesson of each that you've learned in any previous relationship?
I've learned that there's always gonna be somebody better, that there's always someone else, and you need to not be afraid to just move on. We stay in relationships way too long. I think the worst thing I learned is that I have settled and stayed in a relationship way too long and didn't even realize it, and was shocked at how bad the relationship could have been, and me allowed it to stay that way because I didn't realize that it could be great.
If this was a real date, would we continue? Would you want to continue? Second date?
I would for sure.
Would it be a choice of going to the room first or the
Fuck
second?
off. Final question on our date, Greg. What is your biggest fear?
Probably being alone, like long term, like not finding that person to share with, because I like hate when I'm alone.
Are you ready to conquer the fear?
No.
Have you ever heard of a sensory deprivation tank? No? Imagine your bathtub, but filled with thousands of pounds of salt, enough to turn gravity off. Then we turn the lights off, turn the sound off. For some, the perfect simulation of a week-long vacation. But for me, guys like Greg and the many others who are slaves to the dopamine of the modern world, this is a prison sentence where your cellmate is your deepest, darkest thoughts.
So it's going to be completely dark. The point of this experience is to be sensory deprivated. You'll have your eyes closed and you think you're floating kind of to the right. Open your eyes and you're floating to the left.
You're not used to guys with muscle. Muscle's dense, it's gonna sink.
Yeah, sure.
No, you're going to float like the Michelin Man. You're just going to be at the top, like...
She called me obese.
Are you scared for this?
I'm just gonna go in with a positive attitude and
that's
see
the
what
way to do
happens.
it.
I'm assuming it's gonna be awesome.
We only have one last question, and I want you to answer it whenever you feel like you have an answer that you like.
The one question that you have to answer whenever you're comfortable is,
Why are you scared of being alone?
why are you uncomfortable with this experience?
Dick's so big, it's gonna float to the bottom. Alright, peace out. Don't show me too much of your balls on camera.
We'll try not to.
All right.
My whole life I'm always surrounded by people. I'm on my phone. Like, I never in my life, just it's so hard for me to just be by myself too, so. Okay, let's go.
So this is what I'm thinking. Essentially, because I'm a twin, everyone was with me all the time. I was basically never alone, ever. Like, ever. Not at all. You're basically used to that. But now that I'm an adult, I don't feel alone because I have my friends. Now, if I had to have no friends, nobody at all, that would really suck, but that's not the case. So, I don't think I need a girlfriend. But it's something I want.
Good morning.
It felt cool to float like that. thought about the question for as long as I possibly could. There was no time when I was ever left alone, ever. If you're used to that, then it makes sense that you're gonna wanna be with other people. So I said, it's not that I need someone, it's more that I want someone. And I'm like, what's wrong with that?
Same, like my whole life I was always with people, but every single time when I'm left completely alone to just my thoughts and no distractions, it always starts going more negative. I think I'm scared to go back to having terrible mental health and being depressed.
Sounds like maybe you just associate being alone with bad mental health, which they might not be correlated in the slightest.
Might not at all. The one question at the end is, what is the single one best lesson I learned today on my journey to becoming the Gigachad? My lesson from Greg, you should lean all your life toward being the most authentic version of yourself.
Oh, that's 100% the thing. You can't be balanced if you're not yourself, because you're pretending. You're going through life as a fake person. That's not what you want.
In my mind, Greg, you are the Gigachad. Like, that's how I see it, man.
And yet I'm still out there trying to get as best as I can, and I'm always trying to improve.
Thank you so much for
awesome. I'm glad
taking
to
us
have you come
in.
here. I'm not doing you guys any favor. You're doing me the favor. You flew to see me. That's the step.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, you're
I appreciate
100%
all the
welcome.
hospitality.
Anytime.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the first episode of the Dad to Jad collabs.
That's just you and I.
My ball's gonna hurt.
Same.